What's up everyone, welcome back to Workshop Rebuild. If you're new to my channel, this is where I take apart, clean and reassemble machines to make them fully functional again. I'll show you today what I did on the rear brakes. After that I'll install them as well as the rear tires and move on to sand the rear fender, so stay tuned. Right in front of me here on the table I have the brake drums, the brake shoe and the brake pads right here. So what I did is glue on the brake pad to the brake shoe because it was lifting off of the brake shoe, and to do that I used the JB Weld right here. This is an epoxy which is metal reinforced and the strength is supposedly around 4,000 psi. This worked out really well, and what I did do is glue it on, make sure that both surfaces are clean from the brake pad and brake shoe, and I went ahead and mocked up this right here. I took the brake drum and inserted two pieces of cardboard right here and placed them on both sides like this, and took a clamp and tightened it down and let this cure for at least 24 hours. And now after I took it out, it looks like it bonded very well. Both ends of the brake pad are secure again and they will be ready to get installed. And this was a really good option, so you don't have to go out and buy new brake pads if they're still thick enough. I just showed you guys how I glued on the brake pads to the brake shoes, and now we'll move on to install the brakes and explain how they work, and then I can move on and install the tires. So let's get at it. Right in front of me here I have the rear axle, which is the left side of the machine. I have two brake pads, two springs, a flat screwdriver, needle nose pliers, and if you're working with springs, always use safety glasses just in case. So what I will be doing is installing these two brake pads on both sides of this assembly and making sure that it functions properly right here. Now I'm going to move on forward to install both springs to hold the brake shoes together. Just like that. All four springs are installed, and now when I activate the lever here, the brakes retract. Like that. Now I can install the hub, making sure that the surface for the brake pads is clean. That. It turns freely, and when I turn it and activate the brake, it should stop. Just like that. As you guys just saw, I got the brakes mounted, the brake drums, and both axle nuts as well. Now I can move on to the tires, and I'll show you that here in a bit. As you guys just saw, I installed the brakes and the rear tires. Now I'm going to move on to the rear fender and show you guys how I sand that down and get it prepped for paint. I just got both decals off and now we can get ready for sanding. I just finished up sanding the rear fender. Most of the paint is gone. There is still a little bit left, which I will touch up with the angle grinder and wire brush. After that, I can get it ready for primer and then paint it.